This is the fastest way and by far the easiest way to prepare you or anyone to receive information or manifestation. In other words, what we say here and your reception of it is going to be a manifestation. So the easiest way to prepare yourself for a wanted manifestation is to be as general as you can be about who you are and where you are in life in general. So, generally speaking, I'm doing really well. I'm glad to be here. Glad that I got chosen. It's nice to have this opportunity to visit with Abraham. I have some things I want to talk about. I've been getting stuff from this. Already I sort of feel queued up to it. Really glad I didn't move the chair. Great group. They feel receptive to things. I can feel changes in the air for all of us. Looking forward to what's coming. Beginning to feel my power. Things are working out well for me. I sense that the universe is on my side. I love the idea of consistent laws that I can apply. I love getting a handle on my approach to all of it. I think I'm doing really well. I must be doing fine. I'm here in the chair. Lots of people to choose from, and here I am. My question must be queued up enough, and I must be in the vibrational vicinity. It's probably going to be a really good conversation. I'm going to get some clarity here. I'll hear what I'm ready to hear, and whatever I'm ready to hear is what I'm ready to hear, and I'm eager to hear what I'm ready to hear, and I wish Abraham would get on with it so I could hear what I'm ready to hear. But that's just a general dialogue that just puts you in the place of more likely reception, yes? So now you're in a general place, and when you go back to the specifics, because specific negative emotion, you're further from what you want. General negative emotion, you're closer. General positive emotion, you're closer still, and then off you go. But you see, we're not trying to get you to the solution. We're just trying to deactivate the problem by being general. Now, we were generally positive. Let's be generally negative for just a moment. I don't really know how this is going to play out. I'm not sure I can get my question out. I wish Abraham would shut up. I've been carrying this around for a while. That's generally negative, not specifically focused upon it, you see. So, when you're ornery, well, not you. We know that you are not ever ornery. Not you. But when those other ones are ornery, what that means is they're not letting themselves be, not really be. They've got a good part of their true beingness pinched off because they're focused upon something that the larger part of them does not agree with, and so they can't be where the larger part of them is. They are disallowing the larger part of them. When you are afraid, that fear is just the indicator that you're not being, you're not knowing, you're not being who you really are. So, as we call this gathering the art of allowing, we're really talking about the art of being who you really are. The art of being the full being that is really who you are. In other words, if you could listen as a collective consciousness to 30 days of good news about your economy, it would become a global reality. You don't have to wait for them to figure that out. It can become a personal reality, you see. You don't have to wait for anyone to figure out. You don't have to wait for the manifestation that you've been observing to improve before your mood improves. In fact, that's backwards of what deliberate creation is. If you can figure out how to improve your mood, your improved mood will put you in a vibrational resonance with the broader point of view. And when your personal point of attraction harmonizes with the point of view of the source within you, you have a point of attraction that is so powerful, nothing can keep it from being. But if you let your point of attraction get separated from that larger view, there's not enough action in the world. You cannot buck your own current, you see. So what do you think your inner being, or Abraham, what do you think the source within you, how would you describe our manifestational experience? As emotional. In other words, what do you think it is like for non-physical? Do you think we're driving cars around? Do you think we're adding on to our house? You think we're writing memoirs, writing books? Just try to imagine what is the perspective of source energy. It's an emotional experience. It's what you all want. In other words, it's the party you're all on your way to. It's the joy you all seek. It's the allowing of an understanding of love and worthiness, which is at the basis of every single thing that you all want. In other words, we are living the ultimate manifestation. This is what we want to convince you of. If we can convince you that the manifestation that you seek is to hook up with the manifestation that we live, then you'll have it figured out. It's ever so much better to get into the vortex and then, to get into the vortex and then. And what we want all of you to realize is, and this is such an important thing that this subject brings to more minds than perhaps any other subject, you don't have to hit head on the things you want to change. Because through the exploration of life and the dealing with contrast, you are putting the pieces, the improved pieces, into your vortex. Then you can use anything and everything that makes you feel good to get into the vortex, and then the vortex will affect the changes that you've already asked for. And it is so much easier to do it that way. Did you follow that? People will say, without even thinking about it, I'm getting these changes. And we say, you're getting those changes because you're not thinking about it, because your habit of thought about it is contradictory to what you want. And we're not asking anyone who is feeling bad to extract good things from negative conversations. You can't do it. But we are asking you to notice the difference in how you feel and make it sort of your life quest to feel as good as you can feel, as often as you can feel good. And as you begin to accomplish that, then the manifestations that keep showing up in your experience will reflect it. Esther has had such a strong revelation of that just recently, as she realizes the immediate correlation between the thought that she has just been entertaining and the depth and breadth of the energy and emotion in it, and what happens or comes out of the mouth of the next person who walks through the next door. Right. It's like everyone is lined up, ready to say, this is how you're feeling, 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 this is how you're feeling. And it really is like that. Every manifestation is, this is how you're feeling, this is how you're feeling. But there's more to the message. This is how you're feeling, want to keep it. This is how you're feeling, want to keep it. This is how you're feeling, want to keep it. This is how you're feeling, like to let that go. Yes. So if this is how you're feeling and you want to keep it, get specific, milk it, milk it, milk it, milk it, milk it. Practice the vibration of any part of your life you want to keep. This is how you're feeling, want to keep it. No, go general, go general, go general, go general. And what you'll begin to discover in a very short period of time is you can clean up your vibration with all of these helpful subjects that are coming to you incrementally and in bite-sized pieces, enough that you can resolve them. And it is our promise to you, the manifestation will come so fast on the heels of it that you will not doubt your power of manifestation. As you do your best to de-emphasize the energy around the specifics of the unwanted, then you begin to vibrationally move. So let us be very clear about this. When you really, really know that you don't want something, that means you really, really do know what you do want. But there's a stronger vibrational tug of war going on in that, that you can accomplish, but it takes more focus. If you sort of know you don't want it, then you sort of know you do want it. And it's easier to make that, except you have less inspiration to do it. In other words, sometimes the things that bother you the most are the things that bring the most inspiration from you. When something really, really bothers you, what you really, really want is really, really strong. It's just that you have to overcome all of that, what you really, really don't want. And we think most all of you are working too hard at all of this. We want to say to you that there could be 10 really important things that you want, and 9 of them not working out at all right now. If you're taking score, having conversations with your girlfriends, blogging about it, joining lists about it, what you're noticing is hardly everything's working. There's just this one thing that's working. And we want to say, if you would focus upon that one thing that is working and use it as your basis of your point of attraction, the other 9 things would come into alignment, and they would come into alignment fast. But most people are so problem-oriented that they feel like they have to get to the bottom of the problem. And we want to say to you, there is no bottom. There's no bottom, because it gets deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. The more specific you are, the deeper it gets. So stop it and go general. And as you go general, then what's really delicious is to keep reaching for the improvement that is also never ending. In other words, it is such a wonderful thing to stand where you are and know that you're not where you want to be. But know that you're in a good place, mostly because you know that you know that you're not where you want to be. In other words, my guidance system is showing me that I am offering a vibration that isn't serving me right now, and that's a really good thing to know. So now, you're working. We've offered processes. Every process we've ever offered is to assist you in releasing resistance and move more in the direction of what you're wanting. Pick the ones you like, leave most of them alone, and just do what we're telling you today because it's the thing that's the most efficient from where most of you are. Just go general and you'll feel better. So as you go general, as you are feeling better, what happens is then the manifestations begin to occur to you. The first manifestations of what is wanted that begin to occur is an emotion. Next, you will begin to feel some thoughts will come into your mind. It feels like inspiration. Next, people will begin commenting. Things begin moving. In other words, it happens really, really fast. The manifestations begin to reflect your improved vibrational stance. So now, what has just happened? I knew what I didn't want, which meant I knew what I did want, sort of, although I couldn't speak it very clearly. But I did know that I wanted to feel better. So I did my best to find better feeling thoughts. And in doing so, I came into alignment with what I wanted, where formerly I was more in alignment with the absence of what I wanted. So now I'm more in alignment with what I want. And now I stand in this new place because manifestations that support my movement have now taken place. And now my set of contrasting experiences has shifted. It's improved. It's still contrasting. It's shifted. It's improved. It's changed. So now I start again. I start sifting through the contrast, know what I don't want, know what I do want. But I'm not practiced at what I do want. I'm more practiced at what I don't want. So I look at it. I think about it. I talk about it. I try to find the general place of it. And I start enjoying the deliciousness of getting more specific about it. And as I'm more specific about it, as it manifests to the specifics that I have specified, I begin to feel my worthiness return. I begin to feel my power. I begin to remember who I am. I begin to notice the correlation between the specific things I'm asking for and the specific things that the universe is giving me. And now they manifest. And now I'm off and running. Oh boy, I can feel the power of the universe. But did that mean that the universe took all negative things away? Is it now not possible for me to find out that dolphins are being herded and eaten? Is it now possible for me? In other words, did the whole world turn good just because I spent a day in the vortex? No. Right. It's still the same wonderful, diverse place that you knew it would be when you came forth to sort and sift through it in order to decide what you wanted. So there it still is in all of its diversity, but you are controlling the diversity more because you are more in the vortex. Now you don't have this much of the world to choose from. Now you have more like this much of the world to choose from. You've already honed it down. Now you're choosing from things I like and things I really like and things I really, really like rather than things I really, really like and things that I abhor. In other words, as you keep honing your energy and keep fine-tuning your energy, the universe is delivering to you more of what you want. Now you're getting more specific, and now it's delivering more specifically, and now you're getting more specific, and now the universe is delivering more specific. Until in time, and not very far from now, you begin to feel the reason that you came forth into this physical experience. Not to fix broken things, but to be inspired to new joyful becomings, you say. We are here. We say that to Esther. We are here. She's looking around. Here is interesting, isn't it? Here meaning focused. Focused in this moment. Focused in this time-space reality. Yes. Focused out here on the leading edge of thought with you. Focused here with you because you are the leading edge of thought. We know you think it's us, but it's really you. You have come to play with us, but we have come to play with you. In other words, it's a co-creative dance at its very best, where the whole of who you are comes together. And it's nice when the whole of who you are converges, because often when you're physically focused, the whole of who you are does not converge. It wants to, it just doesn't, because you sometimes do that thing where you don't allow it. So we've been calling this gathering the art of allowing, and that's what it is, the art of allowing all of you to be here. Here. Maybe here isn't the best word. Let's start again. Good morning. We are extremely pleased that you are now.